weekend right here on WKAR TV.
Next. Of Quizbusters is made possible in part by Consumers Energy, building Michigan's future by supporting excellence in education. Consumers Energy, count on us. And by viewers like you. Today, the Cavaliers of Corunna take on the Marauders of Ovid-Elsie in the first round of our tournament. Now, here's the host of Quizbusters, Matt Ottinger.
Hey, hello. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Dan. Welcome to Quizbusters. Glad to have you with us. About halfway through our first round of tournament action, 32 teams made our tournament, and each one of them wanting to take that first step toward the grand championship. Here's two teams you've seen once before. Let's reintroduce you to them and play our game. Starting with the Cavaliers from Corunna High School. And they are Joe Robertson, DJ Wenslick, the captain, Gary Gregorica, and on the end there, Mike Grosskopf. Their alternate is Andy McCartney, and their advisor is Marianne Bissett. And they'll face off against the Marauders from Ovid-Elsie High School, and that team is Will Green, John Furden, the captain, Tom Brenner, and Brock Palin. Their alternate is Lauren Hunt, and their advisor is Julie Keck. And now to the game. Players, you know how it works, and of course only the team that wins this game will advance. And we start with quick 10 toss-up questions to put as many points as we can get on the board. Good luck to all of you. We begin the quick 10 with question 1. What is the only animal that sleeps on its back? Brock, Ovid-Elsie.
Humans?
Humans, man, that's exactly right. We tried to trick you with the first one. Might want pencils for this. Players, question 2. How many 3/4 pound cans of tomatoes can you fill with 24 pounds of tomatoes? Tom, Ovid-Elsie.
18.
18 is wrong. No, Corunna, don't confer. Anybody have an answer? Saw a little looking back and forth there. Nobody answered there. You had to go the other direction with it. 32. 32 was the right answer. Tom tried to expand rather than shrink. Third question. Halley's return in 451 was thought to portend the defeat of what barbarian conqueror's armies at Tom, Ovid-Elsie?
Hannibal?
Not Hannibal. No, Corunna, the rest of that. The defeat of what barbarian conqueror's armies at Chalons? Gary.
Genghis Khan.
Not Genghis, it's Attila. Attila the Hun. Question 4. Multiple choice players. Does germane mean incipient, inconsequential, inept, or relevant? Tom, Ovid-Elsie.
Relevant.
Relevant is right. Question 5. What U.S. state capital is named for the European credited with discovering America? Tom, Ovid-Elsie.
Sacramento.
Not Sacramento. No, I'm sorry. Corunna, Gary.
Columbus.
A little bit easier than that. Simply Columbus. That's right. Question 6. What world leader did his generals attempt to kill by bomb in Tom, Ovid-Elsie?
Hitler.
In 1943. Right. Question 7. What automobile was named for the founder of Detroit? Tom, Ovid-Elsie.
Cadillac.
Cadillac is right. Question 8. In what country are numbered bank accounts popular? Tom, Ovid-Elsie.
Switzerland.
Switzerland is right. Question 9. People get shocks when they touch doorknobs. Due to what? Tom, Ovid-Elsie.
Static electricity.
Static electricity, exactly right. That's the phenomenon. Question 10. Which country consists of 10 federated provinces and 3 territories? Tom, Ovid-Elsie.
Canada.
Said that a lot, didn't I? Tom, Ovid-Elsie is right again. 7 out of 10 there. Very well done. We got 8 out of 10 total on that. Very nicely done for a quick 10. Those are some hard questions there. Ovid-Elsie with the early lead. We play the regular game now. A correct answer now will lead you to the bonus questions. All players hands on buzzers for this 10-point toss-up for control. Originally French, a measurement called an arpent, which is A-R-P-E-N-T, which is about an acre, is mainly used in 2 places, a U.S. state and a Canadian province. Name both of those places. Tom, Ovid-Elsie.
Louisiana and Quebec.
That's exactly right. 10 points. The Constitution, Ovid-Elsie, your first bonus category. Identify the article of the United States Constitution that deals with each of the following subjects. First, treason defined. Let me caution the audience. Tom?
Second.
Not the second, the third. Treason is defined in Article 3, so no points on that one. You stay at 80. We have a new toss-up for everybody. Lumbago is a painful condition of the muscles and tendons in the region of what group of vertebrae? Joe, Corunna.
Lumbar.
The lumbar region, lumbago, that's exactly right. And Corunna, you've got control. Gary, you'll give me answers. South Carolina is your bonus category, and here's your first question. What all-male college became the center of a national controversy in 1995?
Citadel.
No longer all-male, that's exactly right. Next, Paris Island, P-A-R-R-I-S. Paris Island is training ground for which branch of the U.S. military?
Marines.
Marines is right for 10. You get 20 for the final one. For whom was the state named?
King Charles.
I'm going to need more than that.
The first.
Yes, the King Charles I is right. 20 points and a sweep of the category. The reason I hesitated, there is an argument that it could be either Charles I or Charles II. We could take either answer, and it threw me a little bit, but you gave me one of the correct ones. So you got the full complement. You trail by 20. New toss-up for all players. World War I technically began on July 28, 1914, when Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia. Gary, Corunna.
Archduke Francis.
That's the wrong answer. I'll clear that. Ovid-Elsie, I'll start over for you. You cannot confer on a toss-up question. World War I technically began on July 28, 1914, when Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia. It became a major European war on August 1st, 1914, when two other nations, both major powers, officially went to war. Name either of these two powers, one allied with Austria and the other with Serbia. Tom?
Germany.
Germany's right. Russia's the other one. I knew where you were going, Gary. It was a perfectly logical buzzer to try, but it didn't work out for you. Ovid-Elsie has control. Surnames, last names is your bonus category, Ovid-Elsie. Identify the surname shared by all three famous people in the following groups. I'll give you three first names or initials. You give me the last name all three share. First, Byron R., Margaret Bork, and E.B.
White.
White is the right answer. 10 points. Next, Howard, Langston, and Charles Evans.
Hughes.
Hughes is right. Howard Hughes, Langston Hughes, Charles Evans Hughes. Final one. George, John, Thurgood.
Marshall.
Aren't too many Thurgoods, are there? 20 points, and you swept the category. That's right. Both teams with a sweep have got a lot of points on the board. We'll play our first pop quiz. 120 points at stake in 4 sets of 3. Your 3-letter combination players will be A, M, B. All your correct answers begin with the letters A, M, B. We start with Joe from Corunna and Will from Ovid-Elsie. A special vehicle used, that's Joe.
Ambulance.
Very quick on that one, used to rapidly transport the sick or injured. Next. Eagerness to attain success, honor, power, or will.
Ambivalence.
Ambivalence is not right. No, I'm sorry. Joe, eagerness to attain success, honor, power, or fame. Joe?
Ambiguity.
Not ambiguity. Both of those suggest you don't care. Ambition is when you care. Ambition, the word that we wanted. Final one for Joe and for Will. The total environment of a place. Ambience. Ambiance. DJ now from Corunna, John from Ovid-Elsie. A fossilized form of resin, or, DJ.
Amber.
It's brownish yellow color. That's right. 10 points. Next. Having mixed or conflicted feelings about something. DJ.
Ambiguous.
Ambiguous is not correct. No, I'm sorry. John, having mixed or conflicted feelings about something. It's the one Joe had earlier. The feelings is the key to that one. Ambivalent. You're ambivalent if you have mixed feelings. Final question for DJ and for John. In Greek mythology, the food of the gods. DJ. Time on that, DJ. Don't say anything. John, in Greek mythology, the food of the gods. Looking for ambrosia in that case. Tough going on these. Captains now, Gary from Corunna, Tom from Ovid-Elsie. To attack by surprise, by lying, Tom.
Ambush.
To ambush, lying in wait for an enemy to arrive. Next. The waxy secretion from sperm whales used in the manufacture of perfume. Tom.
Ambrosia.
Ambrosia is not the right answer. Gary, any ideas? Looking for ambergris. It's a tough one there, ambergris. Finally, a final question for Gary and for Tom. Poorly worded or structured in, Tom?
Ambiguous.
That's when we needed ambiguous, that's right. Poorly worded or structured in such a way as to make more than one meaning or answer possible. Mike from Corunna now, Brock from Ovid-Elsie. To walk at an easy, leisurely gait. Brock.
Amber.
Amber is not right. No, I'm sorry. Mike, any ideas? To walk at an easy, leisurely gait. To amble. A-M-B-L-E. To amble. Next question for Mike and Brock. Able to use either hand with equal ease. Mike.
Ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous is right. 10 points. And finally, an official who represents his or her country. Brock.
Ambassador.
In the capital of another country. Ambassador is right, and that's our quiz. And nicely done. We sort of finished that off very, very nicely. Ovid-Elsie still with the lead. We go back to the regular toss-up questions now for 10 points and control players. Hands and buzzers for this. It comes in 4 sizes. Boom, cello pan, guitar pan, and ping pong. It is formed of surfaces outlined by chiseled grooves, which are then heated, tempered, and hammered into dome-shaped bosses. Name this percussion instrument of Latin America made from the basses, DJ Corunna.
Steel drum.
Steel drum is right, 10 points. Made from the bases of shipping canisters, the rest of that. A little bit of history about a steel drum. City's your bonus category, Corunna. First question. Which New Hampshire city's name refers to the peaceful settlement of a border dispute?
Compromise.
Not compromise. No, the New Hampshire city, Concord, which is another synonym for a peaceful resolution of a dispute. Concord is the New Hampshire city. We have a new toss-up for all players. Knick-knack and wishy-washy are 2 examples of what's called ricochet words. What ricochet word indicates the sound the rain makes on a roof? Tom, Ovid-Elsie.
Pitter-patter.
Pitter-patter. That's the ricochet word that we wanted. You've got control. Bonus category is a little bit of wordplay, Ovid-Elsie. Listen carefully. If the clue I gave you were 2,000 P in a T, your answer would be 2,000 pounds in a ton. I'll give you some other examples like that. You fill in the missing letters. Your first one, 12 S of the Z.
"12 Signs of the Zodiac."
That's right. You got the idea. Next, 1001 A-N. I need your answer.
1001 Arabian Nights.
You gave me the whole thing. That's exactly right. Arabian Nights, so just fine. That's all I was needing was the part that I didn't give you. Final one. 20Q, and then in parentheses, A, V, or M. I need an answer.
20 quarts. I don't know.
Oh, it's a parlor game that's many generations before you were born. 20 questions, animal, vegetable, or mineral. That's what we wanted for that last one, but you got 2 for 20. 190 your total. Brings us to halftime. A good game underway here. Ovid-Elsie with that early lead that they took from the quick 10, but haven't really been able to make much of a distance since then. We've stayed pretty close since then. We're going to take a break now. The players can relax. I'll talk to you at home and remind you that our Quizbusters are playing for fun, for pride, and ultimately for a terrific grand prize. And here's Dan Bayer to tell you about that special prize.
Quizbusters is pleased to announce exciting 12th season prizes for our Grand Championship finalists. Our runner-up team will receive offers of up to 5 one-year textbook scholarships from the MSU Bookstore. Students accepting these scholarships must enroll for classes at Michigan State University. Some other restrictions will apply. And for the 11th consecutive year, up to 5 students on our Grand Championship winning team will each receive offers of a 1-year in-state full tuition scholarship to Michigan State. These terrific Grand Championship prizes are offered through the continued generosity and support of the Provost, the MSU Bookstore, and the Office of Admissions.
That's our grand prize waiting one team at the end of the season. A long way from that right now, the second half of our game players. That audio bonus is awaiting whichever team gains control by answering this toss-up for control of the... We start the second half with this. Players, good luck to you. In 1922, this novelist said of Ezra Pound, quote, "He's teaching me to write and I'm teaching him to box," unquote. Name him. Tom, Ovid-Elsie.
Hemingway.
Right, 10 points. And you get the audio category, Ovid-Elsie. You remember this from the first round. We'll play something for you, then we'll ask you some questions about it. So listen up, let's see what we have for you today.
The confrontation was not created by the police. The confrontation was created by the people who charged the police. Gentlemen, get the thing straight once and for all. The policeman isn't there to create disorder. The policeman is there to preserve disorder.
Okay. That clip that you heard is a famous one from a press conference on the riots at the Democratic National Convention in 1968. Your first question, in what city did those riots take place?
Chicago.
Chicago is right, 10 points. Next, the person you just heard speaking was the mayor of Chicago at that time. Name him.
Daley.
Richard Daley is right. Now for 20, Tom Hayden and Abby Hoffman were members of a group collectively known by a number. Name that group. I need your answer.
The Chicago 8.
You gave them one too many. Chicago 7 is how they were known. Chicago 7, but you got 20 on a tough category, I thought. Well done on that one. New toss-up for all players. A cosmetic used as a base for makeup is designated by what three-syllable word beginning with the letter F? Will, Ovid-Elsie.
Foundation.
Foundation is the three-syllable word. That's right for 10 points. And states is your bonus category, Ovid-Elsie. First question, in which part of North America would you find the Chilkat Bald Eagle Preserve? That's C-H-I-L-K-A-T. States is the category, so we're looking for a state here. C-H-I-L-K-A-T.
Alaska.
Alaska is right, 10 points. Next, in what state do the North Platte, South Platte, and Arkansas rivers all originate?
Colorado.
Colorado is right, 10 points. Finally, Willamette University, W-I-L-L-A-M-E-T-T-E. Willamette University, the oldest in the West, is in what state?
Oregon. Oregon.
Oregon is right, 20 points, and you've swept again. New toss-up players. Many people take vicarious pleasure in seeing others experience pain or anxiety. Spell vicarious. Tom, Ovid-Elsie.
V-I-C-A-R-I-O-U-S.
That's right, 10 points. Well done. Not putting anything by our players today. They're doing well with the toss-ups. British history, your bonus category, Ovid-Elsie. First question, the 99 member nations that used to be part of the British Empire but still cooperate in international affairs and cultural and economic matters are known as what?
British Commonwealth.
The British Commonwealth is exactly right. Multiple choice on this next one. An important event during the reign of Henry VIII was which of the following? The English Civil War, the signing of the Magna Carta, the War of the Roses, the creation of the Church of England, or the murder of Thomas Becket?
Creation of the Church of England.
That's exactly right. Now for 20, multiple choice once again. Of Stuart, Hanover, Plantagenet, York, and Tudor, which royal house ruled for 200 years? I need your answer.
Hanovers.
Not Hanovers, no, the Plantagenets. Again, 20 points on a tough category. Well done. And we're going to play our second pop quiz. Players, one-on-one action. Each of you answering those three questions against a single opponent. A chance for Corunna to get back in this. D-O-U will begin all your correct answers. D-O-U. Joe from Corunna, Will from Ovid-Elsie will start us off. The roll of a pair of dice in which both faces show the same number. Joe.
Deuce.
No, I'm sorry, deuce is not right. Will, the roll of a pair of dice in which both faces show the same number. Will?
Double number.
I don't know. Just doubles is what we wanted. Doubles is when you roll the same number with both dice. And are we going to take double number? We're checking that? No, we're saying no on that one. Second question for Joe and for Will. To drench something in water, or to quickly, Joe.
Douse.
To douse, to quickly extinguish a flame or a light. Finally, the Scottish botanist of the 19th century, for whom the state tree of Oregon, Will.
Douglas.
Douglas, as in Douglas fir. State tree of Oregon is named. DJ from Corunna, John from Ovid-Elsie. A former gold coin of Spain and Spanish America. Might know when you hear it. Doubloon. Doubloon is the Spanish coin. Next. Having an expression which is sullen or gloomy. It's a tough word there. Dour. D-O-U-R. Final question for DJ and John. Flour or meal John
Dough.
was waiting for that one. Flour or meal combined with water into a mass for baking into a bread or cake, and John was on top of that. The captains now, Gary from Corunna, Tom from Ovid-Elsie. The 19th century U.S. Army officer, sometimes, Tom.
Doubleday.
Credited with inventing the modern game of baseball. That's right, Abner Doubleday. Next. The informal name for an American infantryman, especially, Tom?
Doughboy.
Especially during World War I. Right. Final question. The hyphenated term for anything of or related to a number between 10 and, Tom?
Double digit.
99. Double digit is right. Well done, Tom, all three of those. Mike from Corunna now. Brock from Ovid-Elsie. The hyphenated term for any jacket which overlaps sufficiently in the front to allow for 2 rows of buttons. Mike?
Double buttoned.
Not double buttoned. No, I'm sorry. Brock, any ideas? Yes?
Double seamed.
Double-breasted. Double-breasted suit is what we're looking for. Second one. A small cake of sweetened bread, fried in deep fat, and often sugared, filled, or glazed. Mike?
Donut.
Donut. You hear glazed, you got it. That's right. Okay, finally. Final question for Mike and for Brock. To be hesitant or unsure. Brock.
Doubt.
About something. Doubt is right. 10 points there, and that's our quiz. Okay, players, next time we hear the fanfare, we're off to the lightning round, but first, a few more toss-up questions to gain control. Here it is for 10 points. What chemical element is thought to be in the core of the planet Mercury, giving this planet a density comparable to that of Earth? DJ Corunna.
Iron.
Iron is right. 10 points, yes. That's the bit of fact I learned in this program. I had no idea. Corunna, literature, your bonus category. Question 1. Name the German town rid of rats by the Pied Piper.
Hamlet.
Hamlin is right. 10 points. Next. Who is the fallen captain in Walt Whitman's poem, "O Captain, My Captain"?
Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln is right. And finally, John Keats called what piece of pottery a Sylvan historian? S-Y-L-V-A-N, a Sylvan historian. I need your answer.
An urn.
I need more, please.
A funeral urn.
Not a funeral urn, no. The Ode to a Grecian Urn was the poem. That's what I was looking for. 20 points on your bonus, though. Lots of 20s in our bonus setups. Nobody's able to close those out. New toss-up, everybody. The refusal or failure of a state to recognize or enforce a federal law within its boundaries is called the doctrine of what? Tom, Ovid-Elsie.
States' rights.
Not states' rights. No, I'm sorry. Corunna? The doctrine of nullification is what that's called. The doctrine of nullification. New toss-up, players. It'll be the lightning round. We'll play the last 60 seconds. Taking a look at the score. Ovid-Elsie pulled away in that second half with 360. Corunna right now has 150. So we've got 60 seconds of toss-up question to play. Then let's have some fun with these. Nothing but toss-ups. When you're right, we add 10. When you're wrong, we take 10 points away. The 60-second timer is all set, so let's start the lightning round now. What French ruler signed the Treaty of Alliance with the U.S. February 6, 1778? Time. What is the formula for ferrous oxide? Tom.
FeO2.
Wrong. The invisible phase of the moon is called what? Gary.
New moon.
Right. What does Cinderella leave at the ball? Tom.
Last slipper.
Right. Who was the last czar to rule Russia? From 8. Joe.
Nicholas.
More, please.
The 5th.
No. What are the prime factors of 12? Tom.
322.
Right. The Pribilof Islands are part of what state? Time. The Aleutian Islands separate what sea from the Pacific Ocean? Gary.
Bering Sea.
Right. What word do we use to describe the diameter of a gun barrel? Tom.
Caliber.
Right. What is the name of the national flag of the United Kingdom? Tom.
Iron Union Jack.
Right. 10 points for that one, and that's the game. Ovid-Elsie, congratulations. Don't know where you're going with iron on that last one, but you came up with Union Jack, and that's good. The Pribilof Islands are part of Alaska. FeO is ferrous oxide. Louis XVI was the French ruler of 1778. Nicholas II was the last Tsar of Russia. And 2 and 3, and of course Tom went the whole way with the 2 and 2 and 3 for 12, and those are the prime factors. Corunna, have to say goodbye to you. Came across a team that was very, very sharp on those toss-up buttons. They sort of froze you out of the bonuses and couldn't put any points on the board that way, but we thank you for coming down. Good luck with your future competitions and your other activities in your high school careers. A hand for the Cavaliers, please, of Corunna High School. And the Marauders living up to their nickname in this contest, 10 points shy of that 400 total. So very, very well done. We move you one step closer. You're in the round of 16 now. We'll see you back here later. Congratulations to the Marauders of Ovid-Elsie. Williamston and East Jackson will play next time on the program. And thank you so much for watching. For all of us here on Quizbusters, I'm Matt Ottinger. Enjoy.
Production of Quizbusters is made possible in part by Consumers Energy, building Michigan's future by supporting excellence in education. Consumers Energy, count on us. And by viewers like you. Book scholarship awards and reference materials for Quizbusters are provided by the MSU Bookstore, located on the campus of Michigan State University. For more information about Quizbusters or any of WKAR's locally produced series or specials, visit our website at WKAR.org.